Hi, this is Masenya of Masenya Attorneys Incorporated, a law firm based in Centurion, Republic of South Africa. We boast 24 years of legal practice in the areas of commercial and tax laws. My professional team and I have over the years proved great success in assisting numerous clients with a myriad of commercial and tax matters involving millions of rands. We are skilled, experienced, qualified, and have the capacity to assist you. Email us at clients@cntlaw.co.za or call us 011-318-6592 or 084-383-7747. All consultations are strictly by appointment.
As a church leader, your time and resources are limited. It's difficult to find discipleship and Bible study materials that are affordable, easily accessible, and high quality. But there is a way to equip the people in your church every day of the week without losing sleep. Welcome to Right Now Media, the world's largest library of video-driven Bible study resources, used by more than 20,000 churches, schools, and organizations. With a Right Now Media subscription, everyone in your church can access thousands of biblical resources for kids, couples, small groups, and more. Give your members access to great content, anytime, anywhere, on any device.
And God specifically says, the way you think, that's not the same way I think.
Equip and inspire everyone in your church beyond Sunday.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me right here in Solomon's Temple. I'm Uncle Solomon. Good to be with you this day, new week. I hope you had a great Sunday. How was your Sunday? Did you even go to church? I did, and I hope you did also. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're here for the very first time, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Solomon's Temple. Very important, Solomon's Temple. And also, if you're interested in making money from YouTube, you need to equip yourself, and I do that. I train people and mentor people. You can get in touch with me on this number. For a small fee that I charge, I take you through the ins and the outs of how to really create videos that would get the views and the subscription, and hopefully you get to make money from it, doing what you enjoy. A lot of people create videos based on what they're good at, what they enjoy. So please reach out to me. Thank you, everybody who's commenting. I see quite a lot of people commenting. Debbie, you were first to be here. Thank you. Good to have you here. Good to have you here also, Boyd and Paco. Good to also have you guys and everybody watching. Let me know where you're watching from. I would love to. I want to hammer a little bit on the relationship, an unholy relationship between Pastor Chris of Christ Embassy, aka Believers World, what they call themselves, and Benny Hinn. Now, these two people share a lot of common areas. They have a lot in common. It's not just because of the white suits they wear. If you can see very well, they love to wear white suits. So Pastor Chris have this thing, I think every month now, he call it our healing streams, live healing, right? Where they do a whole lot of stuff online and all that kind of stuff. So he invited Benny Hinn. He had invited him before. It's not the first time. He's invited him again. Now, for me, these are leaders with very questionable character, especially when it comes to their relationships, their family, their relationship with money, their relationship with their wives. Now, I'm not saying anybody is perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a lot of elements around their relationship with money and their relationship with their wives that actually shows that these guys are not honest, right? And Benny Hinn is fond of coming out and saying, no, I've repented, I'm changing my ways, and then go back again. I don't see any reason why he should be associating himself with Pastor Chris. Pastor Chris is, for me, sort of a very big questionable character. I don't see Christ Embassy as a church. I see Christ Embassy more as a cult than a church. This is a church that will tell, if you go to their bookstore, all the books that are there is just their books of Pastor Chris. and their people. They tell you it's a church where they discourage you from visiting another church. They force you to give for a pastor's birthday and all that kind of stuff. No, come on, guys. We're running a business here. So when you see these two people come together to partner, then definitely something is going on. And that's how they do market themselves. That's how they try to stay relevant. You see, the thing for me is these two people don't understand that people have moved from all these gimmicks. People have moved from all these things of saying, you know, you pray for people and you do stuff, and all these gimmicks that we see on TV. People have moved from there. Remember back in the day, about 20 years ago, Pastor Chris's healing videos were banned on Nigerian TV because you cannot prove that these people were healed. How do you prove it? Right? So here's a video of Pastor Chris and Benny Hinn. Listen to what Benny Hinn is saying about Pastor Chris.
Listen,
I love you, sir.
are you going to behave? I love this man a lot. And listen,
I love you, sir.
are you going to behave? You need to pray for him. Because look, you know, I have been in ministry. It'll be 50 years this year for me. And in fact, this December 7th is 50 years. I can't believe it. And in 50 years, I've never met anyone like him. No, I'm serious. I've never met anyone like him. He's the most...
Now, guys, when you hear somebody say they've never met anybody like this person, it just shows you that they're just playing with the crowd. It just shows you that that's how they use words to manipulate. You would go to another church and say, no, I never met anybody like this. You go to another preacher and say, I never met anybody like this. I hear what he had to say. He said he's the most what? Let's listen.
I've never met anyone like him. He's the most loving and generous man I've ever met.
Okay. He's the most loving and generous man. Loving in what way? What is love? Generous in what way? Because he's been giving Benny Hinn money? Because obviously, I'm sure Pastor Chris could easily give Benny Hinn $1 million. Simple.
That's just a fact. It really is a fact. And he's like full of love. That's all it is. It's full of love. And he loves the Lord so much. And you see it.
Love the Lord so much and you see it. Guys, sometimes when you see this kind of partnership, you have to understand that when there's a conference or an event or whatever, and you invite somebody to your pulpit, for a lot of these guys, the invitation is not really to come and really share what God is saying. The invitation has to do with marketing, has to do with how they can build their brand stronger, has to do with how they can manipulate people more. A lot of these invitations, that's what it's all about. Because somebody will be watching this. Wow, Benny Hinn is now endorsing Pastor Chris in this way. If you're a businessman, you can give anything. You begin to trust. There's a lot of way that I feel they're fooling people here. And here's the thing, right? Let me play the video again one last time.
I love this man a lot. And listen.
I love you, sir.
Are you going to behave? You need to pray for him. Because look, you know, I have been in ministry. It'll be 50 years this year for me. And in fact, this December 7th is 50 years. I can't believe it. And in 50 years, I've never met anyone like him. No, I'm serious. I've never met anyone like him. He's the most loving and generous man I've ever met. That's just a fact. It really is a fact. And he's like full of love. That's all it is. It's full of love. And he loves the Lord so much. And you see it.
In 50 years, he's never met anyone like Pastor Chris, right? Okay. Now, these people, you know, we tend to be calling them top leaders, generals of God and all that. Guys, these guys, for me, they are not of God in any way. Do not look at what they show on TV, the structure they've built, the books they've written, or whatever they've done, all this rhapsody of reality, and think that is of God. That is no evidence of who God is. In the same meeting, right, there's a testimony that was shared by a woman in Nicaragua, and I think this is very dangerous, right? Let me show you. The video is there, but I got this from the video. This is a woman called Cynthia Somariba from Nicaragua in South America. She testifies of her dad who was raised from the dead. Go and check the video out. And if you listen to what she said no, she thought about Pastor Chris. She saw Pastor Chris and this and that was the power that came and helped raise her dad from the dead after she touched him and his body temperature was cold. Come on, guys. So she came and testified here on Healing Streams with Pastor Chris without any sort of evidence from the doctors that no, this man was dead, her father was dead, and this is the proof, and now he is alive. This is very, very dangerous. And this is what we've faced in Africa for a very long time, where we get all of these testimonies that are not verified. All these testimonies that would never be verified in any way. But then we agree with it. Now, I'm not saying God cannot do or God is not doing miracles. That's who he is. That's his character. He's the one who does the impossible into possible. But we cannot go around and keep manufacturing some of these things and staging some of these things and putting things out there, content out there, videos out there, testimonies out there. That's not been verified. When we put testimonies and videos out there, somebody saying they were healed by this, show us the evidence, show us the medical evidence. It's simple. We're not doubting God. That would actually make people to believe God more. I just feel sorry for Benny Hinn. I think he tried to change and get closer to God, but it's just not. He's used to being a charlatan. He's used to that lifestyle. He's used to the accolades and whatever comes with it, and it's difficult for him. And Pastor Chris obviously is trying to stay relevant. Guys, God has moved from all the things that Benny Hinn, all this ministry that Benny Hinn and then Chris and all these guys used to do. God, we've moved from there already. We're in the era of truth. People want the truth. People want to embrace the truth. People want to see you do what God has called you to do in a way that is very practical. We've moved from there. Moved. So we must not, be there and just keep wasting. This partnership is very unholy. Maybe I should actually make a video around the testimony of this lady from Nicaragua that came in on Healing Stream with Pastor Chris and testified that her dad was raised from the dead. That's dangerous, guys. Some of the testimonies we hear from our pulpit are dangerous. Why should we have testimonies? God is doing stuff. We know. When Jesus healed the leper, what did he tell him to do? Where did he tell him to go give his testimony? Anyway, thank you guys. God bless you. I'll catch you again soon.